Okay, and then Jody Taft, my mother, she sewed like a lot of the costumes and went through a lot of stress and drank a lot of dietary Coke. So we got her some more dietary Coke. Yeah, she can't live without it. And then Marlene deserves like a Lamborghini, but we couldn't afford it, so we got her some pontoon.
Lamborghini. Deserves a Lamborghini. I agree.
This is the part where we cry. This is our drama mama's last year, so we bought her some angels. We couldn't find the why in the heck are you retired before I graduate angel, so we had to settle with the love and knowledge angel and a card.
The drama mama.
Also, there's something else. This is the last one. You think I'd be joyous, and I am, trust me. But, and I will miss the kids, but I guess I've got spring coming up. But there's something I'd just like to say tonight that, first of all, I want to say thanks to Anna, the student director. She's been very helpful.
Hey, Anna.
Okay, one of the things that I've really been appreciative of is Marlene. She's been my mentor and my friend. And it doesn't matter from the very first musical I did, you know, if I just say Marlene, I don't have to do this. She knows. She's had a lot of experience, and I appreciate it. And I want you people to know that she did so much on this musical. It couldn't have happened, and I want you to give her a round of applause.
What a gentleman.
That's right, Mrs. Dolly Levi, Brian Gallagher. Social introductions, ladies and gentlemen, introduced under the most respectable atmosphere of elegance and refinement. Object, matrimony. Unfortunately, I won't be able to offer my usual light and fast services as I have a previous appointment in Yonkers, New York, arranging the second marriage of Horace Vandergelder, the well-known half-a-millionaire. As my late husband, Ethel Levi, used to always say, that means he's got at least $50,000 in cash. But I'll do my best to have you carried across somebody's threshold before the weekend's out. Now, I might also mention that I am an expert in guitar and mandolin lessons and surgical corsets reboned and furs remodeled.
Don't forget to bring your maid and ask that she'll match your own. Oh, Dolly. Is the one who sits to second and just ain't the kind of man your sister wants to just match your own. Don't forget to bring your maid and ask that she'll match your own. Oh, Dolly.
I have always been a woman who arranges things with the pleasure and the profit it derives. I have always been a woman who arranges things like furniture and does lives. If you want your sister quoted, brother, well achieved quoted, just leave everything to me. If you want your roof inspected, eyebrows tweaked, cash invested, just leave everything to me. If you want your data dated or some marriage consummated, rather modest to me. If you want a husband spotted, boyfriend trains of chicken potted, I'll arrange for making all arrangements. Just leave everything to me.
Mrs. Levi.
Mr. Kemper, the artist. You know, I'm something of an artist myself. I do those pictures with the silhouettes, you know, in the paper. Here's one of me right hand looking the other way. I have to do like that because I know that it knows it.
Mrs. Levi. The train for Yonkers is leaving in 5 minutes, and if we don't get there in time,
But we will, Mr. Kemper, and not only will Horace Vandergelder give you permission to marry his niece, Ainda, he will also dance at your wedding, and not alone either, because I happen to be involved in finding him a second wife. What he really wants is somebody to clean the house. As my late husband, Ephraim Levi, used to always say, marriage is a bribe to make a housekeeper think she's a householder.
I know all about it, Mrs. Levi. Half New York says he's going to propose to Mrs. Irene Malloy this very afternoon.
Which is exactly why I'm going to Yonkers and can take on your case immediately and hit full of birds with one stone or whatever I decide to throw at him. Well, would you look at that? I have nothing in my purse but large bills. 10s, 7s, 3s.
I have some change here somewhere, Mrs. Levi. I just hope this isn't a wild goose chase.
And
Street Association parade. And when I get back, you are going to have a new mistress.
But I'm too young, Mr. Vandergelder.
Not yours! For crying out loud! Mine! I mean, I'm getting married again. And in honor of the occasion, I have decided to promote you, Cornelius, to chief clerk.
And what am I now, Mr. Vandergelder?
You're an impertinent fool. That's what you are. And I've grown you from an impertinent fool too, Chief Clerk. Any more questions?
Yes?
What?
Does the chief clerk get one evening off a week?
So, that's the way you thank me for your promotion, is it? No, sir. You'll attend to the store as usual. Now get back to work. Don't forget to put the lid on the sheep dip. Evenings off? Marrying artists? Foolishness. 99% of the people in this world are complete fools. And the rest of us are in grave danger of becoming contaminated. Why? Even I was once young, which was foolish. Got married, which was foolish. And was poor, which was more foolish than anything else. Then my wife dies, which was foolish of her. I grew older, which was sensible of me. And became rich, friendless, and mean, which in Yonkers is as far as you can go. Oh, I know what you're wondering now. Why a man with such good sense would find something as foolish as getting married again? Well, the answer is simple. This house without a woman would be an empty shell. And pretty dirty, too. It takes a woman all powdered and pink to joyously clean out the drain in the sink. And it takes an angel with golden lashes and soft resin fingers for dumping the ashes.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life.
The frail young maiden was constantly there for washing and gluing and shoeing the hair. And it takes a female for setting the table and cleaning the Guernsey and cleaning the stable.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. And so she'll work until infinity, which is for Rah, 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 F-E-N-I-T-Y.
Get out of here! And in the winter, she'll shovel the ice and lovingly set out the track for the mice. She's a joy, a treasure, for practically speaking. To whom can you turn when the plumbing is leaking?
That dainty woman, that fragile woman, that sweetheart, that mistress, that wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman
A husky woman
to bring you the sweet things in life. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life.
All right, out of here, all of you.
Congratulations, congratulations, 1,000 congratulations.
What? What?
Congratulations, Mr. Vandergelda. All of New York is buzzing with the news that you practically proposed to Miss Irene Malloy. The streets lined with eligible young ladies, prostate with grief. All my congratulations and sympathy.
Sympathy?
Oh, did I say that? Mere slip of the tongue. No, I assure you, I'm delighted with the news. After all, she wasn't easy to emote. And by that, I mean what people were saying about her. I, for one, never believed the rumors. No, I do not.
Rumors? What rumors?
Oh, nothing to be upset about, Mr. Vandergeld. I mean, according to all the known facts, her first husband passed on quite naturally. It's just, he went so sudden, and after a few spoonfuls of chowder that she made especially for him, and what if it happened to anyone? No, just some friendly advice, stay away from the chowder.
Now hold on, Mrs. Levi. Do you mean to say that Mrs. Maloney...
I mean to say nothing, Mr. Vandergelder. Just some friendly advice, eat out more than not. Oh, by the way, she's ordered a wedding dress. You should see it, it's beautiful, black. No, as I was saying before, I'm delighted with the news. And I suppose that you are quite set on marrying Irene Morgan.
That's right.
Well, then I guess I'll just go back to New York and tell the other girl I had waiting, the heiress, not to wait anymore.
What did you say?
Nothing, a word, heiress.
Particulars, Mrs. Levi. Demand particulars. Her name.
Her name, Money, Ernestina Money.
What a lovely name.
Picture, if you will, hair as shiny as a newly minted dime, eyes as big around as silver dollars, and skin as mossy as an old greenback.
I can feel her now.
Age 19, weight 102, waist 47.
47?
That's what the money about. Now I can arrange to have you meet this Ernestina this very afternoon.
I just don't have the time, Mrs. Levi. I have to bring my niece Ermengarde to New York this afternoon until she forgets a certain Ambrose temper.
Oh, I can do that for you, Mr. Vandergelder. I know exactly how to handle such things.
And then I'm going to march to the 14th Street Association Parade.
What an amazing coincidence! Guess who's been selected to ride the main float, the spirit of 14th Street? Miss Money. Her mother was a cash, you know.
All right, Mrs. Levi. I'll meet Miss Money at the parade, but I still intend to pay another visit on Mrs. Malloy first.
Very well, then I'll meet you at 2:30 in front of Mrs. Malloy's hat shop as usual.
Just one more thing, Mrs. Levi. Suppose I decide against Mrs. Malloy, and I don't like Miss Money either.
Then I happen to have one more name on my list. A name I know as well as my own. But we won't get into that. It'll come up all on its own. Don't you worry, Horace.
It takes a woman all powdered and pink to joyously clean out the train in the sink, and it takes an angel with long winged lashes and soft resin fingers for dumping the ashes.
You know, Ephraim, I think I'll have that room done over in blue wallpaper. Definitely blue. Mr. Kemper, Ermengarde, get down here. We've got plans to make.
Chief clerk. Promoted from chief clerk to chief clerk. And if I'm lucky, in 10 more years, I'll be promoted to chief clerk again. 33 years old, and I still don't get an evening free. When are we going to begin to live, Barnaby?
You can live on holidays.
Live on holidays. Didn't you forget what we did last Christmas? All those canned tomatoes went bad and exploded, and you and I cleaned up the mess all afternoon. Do you call that living?
No.
Barnaby, you and I are going to New York.
You mean close the store?
Uh-huh.
Cornelius, we can't.
We'll have to. Some more rotten tomatoes are going to explode.
How do you know that?
I'm going to light this candle under them. That's how I know. They'll make such a smell, customers won't be able to come into this place for 24 hours. That'll give us an evening free. We're going to New York, Barnaby. We're going to live. We're going to have a good meal. We're going to be in danger, and we're going to be arrested.
Holy cabooses!
And one more thing, Barnaby. We're not coming back to Yonkers until we've kissed a girl.
Cornelius, you can't do that. You don't know any girls.
I'm 33 years old. I've got to begin sometime.
I'm only 17. It isn't so urgent for me.
New York, Barnaby. Elevated trains. The lights of Broadway. A stuffed whale at Barnaby Museum.
A stuffed whale?
A stuffed whale. What do you say, Barnaby?
Yes, Cornelius, yes!
Now, the first thing I have to do is to make you financially independent. I'll find you a job.
I'm an artist, Mrs. Levi. I paint.
Then my car.
Mrs. Dolly Levi, painters taught how to dance.
Now, there's a man, Rudolph Reisenweber at the Harmonia Gardens. I'll write you a note and we'll see if we can't have you both entered in the poker contest. The prize will be a week's engagement and a solid gold cup. Oh, the cups we won at Ephraim and I.
Hold on, Mrs. Levi. No fiancé is going to set foot in a cafe. And I am surprised to hear that you have acquaintances in a place like that.
Not acquaintances, Mr. Kemper, friends, dear friends from days gone by. My late husband, Ephraim, believed in life, and any way you could find it. Cafes, barrooms, even theaters. Why, even when times were bad, like clockwork, down the stairs at Harmonia Gardens, Ephraim and I would go.
It's all fine to come down that clock, Mrs. Levi, but you're asking Ermengarde to work there?
It's the only way to show Horace Vandergelder that we need business. Now, you two will go to Harmonia Gardens this afternoon. Tell them that Miss Levi sent you, and tell Rudy, incidentally, that Dolly's coming back, and I need a chicken for 2 and a table at 8 o'clock tonight.
The top row looks all right, Cornelius. Now hold the candle up to the bottom. Not too close or swelled up, ready to bust.
Holy cabooses, Cornelius! You can smell from out here!
Get your hat, Barnaby. We're going to New York. Out there's a world outside of Yonkers, way out there beyond this big town, Barnaby. There's a slick town, Barnaby, out there, full of shine and full of sparkle. Close your eyes and see it glisten, Barnaby. Listen, Barnaby. There's lots of world out there. Get out the brilliantine and dime cigars. We're gonna find adventure in the evening and girls in white and a perfume night where the lights are bright as the stars. Put on your Sunday clothes, we're gonna ride through town. One of those new horse-drawn open.
We'll see the shows and down one it goes. And we'll close it down in a whirl. And we won't come home until we've kissed a girl.
Dancing around, spend the street and have your picture took.
millionaire, and my employer and friend was Irene Malloy. Although, if you ask me, he'll never take the place of her late husband, Mr. Peter Malloy. May he rest in peace. Wherever he is, I'm not sure. Oh, but he was a caution, you know. It's all too much, what with late husbands and new marriages and on top of everything else. Miss Mortimer, returning this hat for the third time. Same old story. She wants to wear cherries and feathers, to catch a beau, I suppose. Although, if you ask me, she'd do better with a nice, heavy veil. I told her, we would down our bags we'll be wearing this summer if we want to catch a gentleman's eye. But she'd have none of it. Cherries and feathers, cherries and feathers. And on today, of all days, when that poor, sweet Miss Malloy has enough on her mind, what with the...
With what, Minnie?
With the door. It's... stuck.
It's stuck? Then push.
As I was saying, Miss Malloy, I could bite my tongue for the things I've said and the things I'm going to say. But as long as I've gone this far, I might as well go all the way. Miss Malloy, why?
Say it, Minnie. Why have I decided to marry Horace Van together?
Oh, Miss Malloy, I didn't say that. I'd rather down the rat than ask such a personal question. But as long as you did bring it up,
I'm marrying Horace Van together for one reason, and one reason only. To get away from the millinery business. I hate hats.
Miss Malloy.
And I can no longer stand being suspected of being a wicked woman with nothing to show for it.
Oh, Miss Malloy.
Take my word for it, Minnie. All proprietors of hats are suspected of being wicked women. That's why I can go into restaurants or balls or theaters. That's all the proof they need. Take my word for it, Minnie Fay. Either I marry Horace Van Gilder, or I break out of this place like a fire ant. Not Miss Mortimer again.
Miss Mortimer. I'll take care of it.
No, Minnie, don't. Leave it be. You can make another hat for Miss Mortimer if you'd like. I'm going to wear this one.
Oh, Miss Malloy, you can't. You're a widow, and that hat, it's provocative. That's what it is.
Is it, Minnie? Well, who knows who's going to come into the shop today? And provocative may be just what I want to be.
Miss Malloy.
I'll be wearing ribbons down my back this summer. Blue and green and streaming in the yellow sky. So if someone special comes my way this summer, he might notice me passing by, and so I'll try to make it easier to find me in the stillness of July, because a breeze might stir a rainbow behind me that might happen to catch the gentleman's eye, and he might smile and take me by the hand this summer, making me no, Minnie, I don't. Peter Malloy, God rest him, was my share of love. And I'm not saying that I was shortchanged. Once is enough for a woman, as long as it's true love. And it was that, Minnie. Minnie! You need to look out that window. There are two men staring into the shop. Men? I do believe they need to come in here. Men? In the shop? Miss Malloy, what should we do? Do? Why, flirt with them, of course. I'll even give you the short one.
Oh, Miss Malloy. And you, all that talk about love.
Love enough I've had, Minnie. It's a bit of an adventure that I could do with now. We'll get them all heated up, and then we will drop, then pull. It'll be good practice for the married life. Now, Minnie, you run back into the workroom. I know some ways that we can perk up our appearances. Besides, a bit of a wait will only make them nervous and easier for us to...
If you say vampire, I will scream.
Vampire! We'll get an adventure out of this yet, Minnie.
We're getting an adventure out of this yet, Barnaby. All day long, we've wandered around New York and nothing happens. Then, we come to the quietest street in the city, and then suddenly...
Vandergelder!
Is he still out there? Go look.
He's sitting right on that bench. Are you sure this is an adventure?
You won't have to ask, because when you're in one, you'll know it all right. Now, how much money do we have?
Not much. 40 cents for the train ride, 30 cents for dinner, and 20 cents to see the stuffed whale. 90 cents, why?
Well, when those women come out of there, we'll have to pretend to be customers. Customers, that's it. And then we won't have to buy anything. We're just two men about town looking for hats for ladies. Good afternoon, miss.
Miss Malloy.
Here, Cornelius Hackett.
Here, Barnaby Tucker.
My pleasure. Now, what could I do for you?
Oh, you
We're
speak to
hats
ladies
wanted
and
by a
whatnot.
lady or two to Malloy with.
We want a hat. For a lady, of course. And everyone seemed to come to Mrs. Malloy's because she's so pretty. I mean, her hats are so pretty.
And so reasonable as under $1. That would leave us enough to see the whale.
God, Dave, don't mind, man. He's come all the way from Yonkers to see that stuffed whale, and he's all excited. Just keep an eye on that street, Barnaby, and maybe you'll see it pass by.
Is it big, black, with mean little red eyes?
Uh-huh.
Sitting right on that bench.
Excuse me, Mr. Howard, did you say Yonkers?
Oh, yes, and forgive me for saying this, but you should see Yonkers. By that, I mean, perhaps Mr. Malloy would like to see Yonkers.
Oh, Mr. Hackle, I'm a widow.
You are? Barnaby, she's a widow. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure Mr. Malloy would have enjoyed Yonkers, especially in that hat. By that I mean on you, of course, not Mr. Malloy. May he rest in peace. You're Catholic, aren't you? Well, don't let that frighten you. I'd be willing to change. Hey, if you should ever happen to have a Sunday free in the near future, I'd be more than willing to show you Yonkers from top to bottom.
As a matter of fact, Mr. Hackle, I might be in Yonkers sooner than you think.
Oh, really?
You see, I have a friend who lives in Yonkers.
Do you?
Perhaps you know him.
Perhaps we do.
Oh, but it's always so silly to ask in cases like this. It's a Mr. Vanderbilt.
Horace Vandergelder.
A Vandergelder's hay feed?
Yes. Do you know him?
Oh, no.
Mr. Vanderbilt is a substantial man and very well liked, they tell me.
Lovely man, Mrs. Malloy. Just lovely. Has only one fault as far as I know. He's hard as nails.
Cornelius, I think.
I wonder if your friend might like this hat.
Look out!
Begging your pardon, Mrs. Malloy.
Gentlemen, what are you doing?
Helpless, Mrs. Malloy. We'll explain later.
Come out of there this instant.
We're as innocent as can be, Miss Malloy.
Mr. Tucker, Mr. Hackle, come out of the sin. Hi, Mr. Vandergelder.
Mrs. Malloy, I don't suppose Mrs. Levi is in here, is she? She was supposed to meet me outside on that bench 10 minutes ago. Well, if she comes, she can just come looking for me. When I make an appointment, I like people to be on time. Here's a present for you. Chocolate-covered peanuts, unshelled. That's the expensive kind. Now, did I just see you talk to the two men?
Men? Men, Mr. Van de Gelder. Now, what would men be doing in a lady's hat shop? Mr. Van de Gelder, come with me to my workroom. I'm so anxious for you to see it.
I saw it last week.
So you did. Well, Mr. Van de Gelder, how's the heavy feet business? I hear you have 3 friends, all hard as nails.
What on earth are you talking about?
Yonkers. I hear it's a very beautiful city.
And who's been telling you about Yonkers, may I ask?
Nobody. A friend.
What friend?
Nobody. He?
He?
A customer, Mr. Van de Gelder. He was in here buying hats for ladies. He's a very well-liked man in New York, as they tell me. So, maybe you know him. But it's so silly to ask me cases like this. It's a Cornelius Hackle.
Did you say Hackle? He happens to be my chief clerk, that's all. Mrs. Malloy, demand an explanation.
And I'm going to give it to you, Mr. Van de Gelder. Why shouldn't she know Cornelius Hackle? Everybody in New York knows Cornelius Hackle. Why, he's here, at the opera, in all the fashionable homes. I mean, he's even at Harmonia Gardens 3 or 4 times a week.
Impossible. Billing's $146.35, and I keep it in my safe.
Mr. Van de Gelder, you're killing me. He's one of the Hackles. They dug the canal.
What canal?
The area. Both.
Impossible. It is not the same man.
Who took the horses out of Jenny Link's carriage and carried her through the streets? Cornelius Hackle, who dressed up as a waiter at the Fifth Avenue Hotel and dropped an oyster down Mrs. Adams. Oh, I cannot say, but it was Cornelius Hackle. He's the playboy of New York. Now, I really don't deny it. You must have been taken with him just like everyone else.
Dolly, I have only seen him once in my life. Really, Dolly, of course. Really? Yes, but certain. Lady, hold your tongue! There's a man in there!
Now look here. If there's a man in that closet...
You can't, Mr. Van de Gelder. It's too dangerous.
No man that hides in a lady's closet can frighten me. Now stand aside, Mrs. Levi.
And I'm sure you would make short work of any man. Look at those muscles rippling under your coat. I can see them now. Ripple, ripple, ripple. Oh, Miss Universe. Ripple, ripple.
For the last time, will you please stand aside, Mrs. Levi?
Damned indeed, Mr. Van de Gelder. That's exactly what the court's gonna want to know when you're accused of entering a closet without a search warrant. And what do you stand for? If not the laws of this great land, I'll tell you what I stand for. America and a hundred for orphans. Take off your hats, there's a twisting eagle passing through. You see him on the bridge of Gettysburg. Need that great triumphal march. If you see him as he's trampling through the graves of wrath, stand and march, march, march.
Not affected you, sir? I came here to this country as an immigrant girl at the age of 14 from a land that oppressed my people. And I must echo what was said here today by that great patriotic American,
Moses!
And a hundred for orphans, take off your hats, so fancy Mrs. Black is passing. Do you see him on the bridge at Waterloo? Near that great triumphant arch. If you hear him singing to sing the sugar cane, stand and march, march, march.
America and a hundred orphans. I read that I'm going to get all my country. It was like a Lincoln. One light and two lights. The end I shot that country down. Oh, Stonewall Jackson, glory, glory, hallelujah. Stand and march, march,
7 years ago.
march, march. The more perfect union. March, march. Stand the torpedoes, full speed ahead. March, march, march. And so, Mr. Van de Gelder, there can no way on earth be a man in that closet. What? Heaven bless you.
Mrs. Malloy.
All right, Mr. Van de Gelder. There is a man in that closet,
Ha!
and another under that table.
What the devil?
And there also happens to be a very explanation for all of this. But for the present, good day.
Oh my gosh, the room is crawling with men. I'll never get over it. I suspect that I'll be seeing you later this afternoon, Harrison.
You certainly will, Mrs. Levi. The certain young lady on the main floor at the end of the parade. Good day, Mrs. Malloy.
Mrs. Malloy, I can explain everything. You see,
I do not want to hear any explanations, Mr. Hackle. Just you and your friend, Mr. Tucker, do me the pleasure of leaving my shop at once, or I will call for Officer Gogardi.
Now, Irene, if you ask me my opinion, calling in officers, letting them off way too easy. A lot of court is where these two belong. I've been adding up the offenses, and you've got enough grounds for at least 2 writs, a non-habis mentis, and a garnishing. Now, what the first one I'm going to know if you try to solve it amicably first, so have dinner with them.
Dinner?
Now, Dolly, is that absolutely necessary?
Of course, Irene, it's how things are done in the law these days. Dinner first, garnishing later.
Delighted, Mrs. Malloy. I speak for Barnaby, too. Now, I hear there's a very nice restaurant at the railroad station.
The railroad station? No. Now, if the Harmonia Gardens is good enough for you and your fashionable friends, it will be good enough for us. Minnie, I hear they have a great orchestra there.
Oh, no, we couldn't do that. It's not the money or anything like that. It's just that,
It's the whale!
it's the whale. It isn't the whale, Barnaby. It's just in places like that, they have dancing, exhibitions, even contests. And I don't know how. It would take me weeks, months, years to learn. Mrs. Dolly Levi, 33-year-old chief clerk, taught how to dance.
Now, it's very simple. You put one hand here, and one hand here, and...
It's no use. I have absolutely no sense of rhythm.
But absolutely no sense of rhythm is the primary requirement for the Dolly Levi method. Now, give me 5 minutes of your time, Mr. Hackle, and we'll have you dancing in the streets. Now, let's start at lesson 7 with the waltz, kick, turn, left, kick, turn, round, back, turn, side, turn. Oh, wonderful. When I think of the lovely ladies who'll find heaven in your arms. Let's start at lesson 1, shall we? Wait and stand with your right hand, left hand, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Look, I'm dancing.
Of course you were.
Well, I was. I'm dancing. Don't you think my dancing has a polish and a flair? Well, my heart is about to burn. My head is about to pop. And now that I'm dancing, who cares if I ever stop? Look at me, everybody. I, Cornelius Hackle, sport and dancing.
You're next, Mr. Tucker. Step and glide.
Everyone stand aside.
Look, he's dancing. You can learn to pump if you are doing thoughtful. While the tango full of passion feeling. But whatever you do, for heaven's sakes, keep breathing. Heart is about to burst. My head is about to pop. And now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever
That's pretty good.
When there's someone you hardly know and wish you were closer to, remember that he can be near to you while dancing. Though your body just said he suddenly surrendered and make all your daydreams appear to you while
Well, look who's here, Mrs. Levi. How are you, Mrs. Levi?
How are you, Mrs. Rose?
Oh, the same. Aches in my side, stabs in my liver, pains in my back, but I'm fine. Oh, Madame and Fanny got married, you know.
Did she?
A year ago last September, actually. It's been a long time since you lived here, Mrs. Levi. Such a long, long time.
Ephraim, let me go, Ephraim. All of these years, I've locked the door, I've fed the cat, I fixed myself a little rum toddy, and said a prayer, thanking the Lord that I was independent and that nobody else's life was mixed up with mine. And then one of these nights in Oakley fell out of my Bible. I placed it there the day that you asked me to marry you. A perfectly good oak leaf, it's just without life and without color. And I realized, Ephraim, that I am like that oak leaf. And for all of these years, I've never shed one tear. Not for one moment, been so incredibly happy that something would actually turn out right. So I decided to rejoin the human race, Ephraim. And I want you to give me away. I'm gonna get some life back into my life before the parade passes by. I'm gonna go and taste Saturday's high life. I'm ready to move out in front. I've had enough of just passing by life. The rest of them, with the best of them, I can hold